Alright, so today I'm going to make a video about what the Cardputer ADV actually is, because thanks to my friend Leah, she asked me a question the other day about, I'm just gonna quote her, okay? She said, I've seen a couple of your videos on the Cardputer things. I'm just super unfamiliar with that stuff. What do they do? Good question, because I honestly didn't really know how to answer her. I think I told her that the Cardputer is a microcontroller and that, people who are in the pen testing or ethical hacking community can use this as their pen testing, ethical hacking research tool. But I feel like my answer really falls short from what this thing actually does, because the more I try to understand it, the more, I want to say the more confused I get. But the reason why I feel confused is because I don't really have clarity on what this thing actually is, right? So this is why I'm going to make this video today, so we can just explore what this Cardputer ADV thing actually is all about.
I think it's fair for us to actually understand the developers or creators behind the Cardputer ADV. So the Cardputer ADV was created by a company called M5 Stack. So the M5 Stack is a tech company, obviously, and they create modular, stackable hardware for rapid prototyping. So we can think of their devices as Lego for engineers. So instead of the traditional messy breadboards and loose wires, M5 Stack actually provides sleek and plastic-cased modules, such as the Cardputer. So we no longer have to go through the headache of breadboards and loose wires and spend like hours and hours on trying to link all this stuff together in order to even do a project. M5 Stack is a leading provider of IoT solutions. So for those of us who don't really want to mess with the breadboard and all this and just get to the meat quickly, really spending $30 plus shipping for the Cardputer ADV is the dream route. So I want to talk about IoT because some of us might not be familiar with that. So IoT means the Internet of Things. The Internet of Things refers to things that are embedded with sensors, software, and tech to exchange data with other devices over the Internet. For example, think of a smart watch tracking our heart rate and syncing it to the cloud. Or if you work in a factory, think of a factory sensor that alerts a technician before a machine breaks. So it's very useful stuff. So moving on, let's go back to the Cardputer ADV. So here we are, we have the Cardputer ADV, which is only $30 plus shipping. It is cheap as hell, y'all. Like, you just have to get one. So the M5 Stack Cardputer is a portable card-sized computer designed for engineers, hackers, and tech hobbyists. And I want to add that it's also perfect for someone like me, which is a beginner, complete beginner. The Cardputer ADV is like a Swiss Army knife for digital exploration. The first 7 firmwares that I've downloaded, 5 of them that I've downloaded were for pen testing or ethical hacking. Another thing that's really cool, it tops it off for me, is that it's actually the back of the Cardputer is actually magnetized, or it has a magnet, so you can actually stick it onto like machines and fridges. I'm just assuming that, most of the people that are watching this video are probably beginners or complete beginners like me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and share with you my own exploration so I can save y'all some time, okay? So the first thing that I would do is to go to the m5stack.com and go to their software part. It's under developer tools. Go click on M5 Burner, okay? So click on that. We're going to go ahead and download that. I've already downloaded this. So the M5 burner is a firmware that's for burning softwares for your M5 stack devices, right? Including the Cardputer ADV. So the Cardputer ADV is really awesome, but I feel like if you actually want to turn it into an actual Swiss Army knife, it actually helps if you have different firmware you can choose from. And from my understanding, all of these firmwares are free from the M5 burner. So yeah, go ahead and download the M5 burner. After you have downloaded the M5 burner and unzipped the file, you will have the M5 burner, whatever version file, right? So open that. I think we go to packages, or maybe not. We go to bin, scroll down to where we see there's a little M5 burner icon that says M5 burner. Click on that to open the app, the M5 burner app. And you do have to register with M5 burner. Registration is really easy. You just click on the little person on the upper right hand corner. And I don't know why I'm locked out, but okay. Anyway, you register with them, you know, and then you log in, blah blah blah, and then you can just scroll down to the Cardputer, and you'll see all the firmwares that are made just for the Cardputer, okay? And if you don't register, they don't really let you burn it. So I would recommend you registering. Look at that. It's a web radio. I might have to try that. So as you can see here, there's actually an unlimited amount of firmware just for the Cardputer on the M5 burner. Okay, it is not unlimited. There is a limit. Never mind. If you guys want to download multiple firmwares, the first firmware for the Cardputer ADV that I would download should be the M5 launcher for the Cardputer and ADV. Because this actually provides a menu for you to choose different firmwares that you have downloaded and burnt onto your SD card, right? Without this M5 launcher and having an SD card in the Cardputer ADV, it seems to me that we can only have one firmware at a time. So if you're fine with only having one firmware at a time, go ahead and skip the M5 launcher. But if you're like me, you want to have everything, then please go ahead and download the M5 launcher, Cardputer, and ADV. The next app that I would, the next firmware that I would download would be the UI Flow 2.0 for the Cardputer ADV. This is for you to program things. This is, see, I don't really know much about programming, but I want to say that this kind of reminds me of, like, I don't know if you guys remember Scratch on the Raspberry Pi, but it kind of looks like that. So this is definitely a programming app or firmware for the Cardputer ADV. I want to say that there was a firmware that I downloaded called Bruce. Bruce is designed to test the limits of your hardware's wireless capabilities. Bruce includes tools for Wi-Fi scanning, Apple or Android device pranks, BLE spamming, TV remote cloning, and bad USB, which is making the device act like a keyboard to run automated commands. I've actually deleted Bruce off of my SD card for now because I don't really see the use of it. However, if you're into that kind of stuff, there's another one that is really, really good, and it's called Porkchop. I actually think at this rate Porkchop, or the M5 Porkchop, is actually more popular than Bruce. I would say that Porkchop is extremely user-friendly. And Porkchop itself has an attitude. I really enjoy reading the little comments that Porkchop makes, even though I don't really know much about it. Because of the visuals of it, it just makes me want to keep this. So what Porkchop actually does is that it focuses on something called war driving. War driving is about mapping Wi-Fi networks as you walk or move around your neighborhood or whatever, right? Another really cool thing about the Porkchop is that it lets you save data to your SD card, and you can actually view these data later on a map to see all the Wi-Fi networks you have found during a walk. And of course, there are countless other firmwares on the M5 burner. A lot of them are actually games. It seems to me there's Doom for Cardputer, which I've struggled with having it on my SD card for some odd reason. You can actually see it in another video that I have posted before. And then there's like a Game Boy Enhanced firmware, blah blah blah, Shark firmware. Advanced OS for Cardputer ADV. That's interesting. Maybe I need to try this one. And then there's M5 Cardputer Web Radio. That is cool. Saturn, whatever that is. Game Boy for the Cardputer. I'm gonna have to get this Game Boy for Cardputer just so I can play some Game Boy games. But I really don't. Looking at the keyboard itself, I don't think I would enjoy playing games on a Cardputer ADV too much because the screen is literally, an inch wide, and these keys are just like clicky keys. So, but anyway, it would still be really cool to have it on an SD card. So, I mean, you can like show off to your friends and all that, right? Ooh, there's more games. Game Station Emulator. NES, Game Boy, SNES, Game Gear, Master System, Mega Drive, Genesis, Neo Geo Pocket, Wonder Swan, I don't even know what that is, Lynx, PC Engine emulators for the Cardputer and Cardputer ADV. Ooh. Oh wow. So it does seem to me that most of these, or at least half of these firmware for the Cardputer that are currently on the M5 burner are for ethical hacking, pen testing, along that line. M5 Gotchi, I've downloaded that before and I did not feel comfortable about keeping it, so I've actually deleted that. There you go. Cardputer Laura chat. But yeah, y'all get the point. Okay, so one more thing that I want to tell you guys is that after you download all these things, and if you get tired of having all these firmware and whatever, and you want to go back to the factory settings, all you need to do is just go to Cardputer User Demo or Cardputer ADV User Demo according to the type of Cardputer you have. Okay.
That was a struggle for me, right, to go through all this on the laptop, but I just want to tell you guys that even though I might not have an expert level knowledge base, I feel like me being able to talk about, things that I'm working on, things that I'm trying to figure out, things that I'm trying to learn, I'm actually connecting with other people. So this is actually really helpful for both me and the viewers that like watching these kinds of videos. And I do want to thank you guys for watching my videos, commenting. I really like comments. I love reading the comment section. I feel like I'm making new friends. I don't know, man. It's just been such a great journey so far, and I've just started, okay? So I'm excited about where this all could go. And yeah, thank you again. Last but not least, I want to thank my friend Leah for asking me the question, because it actually gave me something to work on, something to make a video about, and I want to thank you again, Leah, for giving me a topic to talk about. One more thing before I go, I want to shout her out. She's a blogger. She's an amazing blogger, amazing writer. Anyway, y'all should go check out her blog. I'm going to put her link in the description. I really love her writing. They're short and sweet. I want you guys to check her out. See y'all.